every structure holds a story. And today's story is very, very special because we are marking 5 productive years of MKH Properties. And so I thought, what better way to celebrate this monumental achievement than to have a sit conversation with the founders of MKH Properties? So I am joined here with Dr. Muibi Kende Ahmed.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes. And Miss Tayo Bolaride.
Thank you for having me.
So today we are going to go into the details of how MKH Properties started, the genesis of it all. We're going to talk about what the journey has been and what 5 years from now really looks like. So I'm going to throw my first question to Miss Tayo. Okay. So take us back. Let's do a little throwback, right? What was it like? What was the real story of MKH Properties? How it really started that a lot of people don't know about today?
So I would say MKH Properties Limited actually started as Mustard Fortune Global Investment Limited.
Oh.
I think a lot of people do not know that actually.
I didn't know that either.
So we started as Mustard Fortune Global Investment Limited, where we have partners, we have directors, we have shareholders. But I think there was a rift. Then I was just the staff of Mustard Fortune Global Investment Limited. So there was a rift between two or more directors. So the company has to be dissolved. So we were left with just myself and Dr. MKH. So there was a day we just sat down and said, okay, how do we move from here? We can't just keep sitting. We need to do something else. So that was what bet MKH Properties. We were just discussing and we thought, okay, we should start another real estate company aside Mustard Fortune.
Mr. Weaver, do you have anything to add that Chief already hasn't said?
Thank you very much. I think she has spoken well, but I will take it further back to where the beginnings of the journey. Actually, it's not even from Mustard Fortune. It started from Destiny Crystal Engineering Limited.
Engineering Limited.
So she was part of the story anyway. And the reason why probably she started from Mustard Fortune because that is from real estate company. So we started as engineering company, a construction company. So from the previous company that we both work. So when the journey is not aligned with our vision, so we pull out. So we started Destiny Crystal Engineering Limited. So along the line, the vision is getting clear. We need more than what we are doing. So we have to change to Destiny Crest Engineering Limited. So that one also go for a while. Then the bet of Mustard Fortune Global Investment Limited is set. And that is the journey of real estate. So real estate started from Mustard Fortune Global Investment Limited. I think we had four property, yes. But unfortunately, we were scammed. So we lost the 4 estate within the space of 6 months.
Wow.
We bought the 4 property from the same source, and we realized that the man actually in question duped us. We still have our money with him till tomorrow, so we lost all the 4 properties. Unfortunately, that should be our first assignment as a company, and like so sad, but we couldn't give up. Then we move on to Mustard Fortune, like you said. We started down one day. I think I was in the office when she came in, said, Mr. Kenny, you can't just be looking like this. We have resources. We have responsibility. How do we start all over again? I was so sad. I was so down, wow. This is going to be the 4th company within the space of 4 years. What's going on? How are we going to be container like this? Start all over again. Said, no, it's not like that. So not thinking that. Also, okay, if we want to name this company, what could be the name? And my nickname was actually Destiny.
Okay.
That's the genesis of all the companies.
Yeah, the companies.
So, and I was like, I want something that's actually related to my name. And she said, since you like us to name the company after your name is Muibi Kende Ahmed. Can't you pick the first letter of all your name? That is MKH.
So that was how MKH, the name was birthed.
They just name it MKH. I said, well, MKH sound good. MKH Investment Limited. And said, let's talk to the lawyer. So I called the lawyer and he go back to us that says he approved it. And that's the beginning of MKH.
Wow. Wow. I love that. So I'm sure a lot of you don't even know that MKH actually means Muibi Kendi Ahmed, the man right here. Was there a time when people laughed at you, after trying the first one, the second, the third, and the fourth, and you were still resilient? Like, I'm going to try a fifth one. Did you ever experience people laughing at that vision?
Of course, just like he explained, we started the first, the second, the third, and now MKH Properties, MKH Investments, now MKH Properties. So there were a lot of laughters, right? But I won't call it laughter also. I will just say disbelief in the vision and the start over. Especially because our first project was actually a tough project. I won't call it a problematic project, but it's actually a tough one because it was a property without title. Okay, at first we thought the property has an excision. Along the line, we discovered that this property has no excision. So it was supposed to be sold by the government. So it's actually a government-owned property. So what we are supposed to do is to get an allocation CFO on this property. Yeah. And then the cost of allocation CFO runs to billions of naira. So how can you start a real estate company with a property where you have to pay billions of naira to acquire? So it was a lot. It was like, you people, you don't know what you are doing at all. Is this how you want to start? You still close this one again and start another one afresh. But at the long run, we said, okay, we are going to do this because we are into it already. Yeah. So we said, okay, what's the process? I think we even met a lawyer then that told us, you people cannot do this. Don't just venture into it. Are you serious? You can't even go here.
It's actually a long story that make me believe if you are destined to be good or to have a good thing in life or to be successful in life, you will. However, I think consistency is actually part of what actually helped us. And if I would just share more light to what he said. In fact, one of the directors came to my office and said, I'm done because we can never achieve this. And I busted into tears. I called her to my office. I said, this is what one of our directors said. And she said to me, but we can't back out. That statement transformed more energy to me.
Ignited something in you.
Exactly. That no, we can't back out. It was actually billions of naira. We met with a lawyer. We met with one of the Surgeon General in Alausa to educate us more. Yeah. And they're just saying that, can you actually do it? But whenever I go back to us, they will tell me we can do it. So we were saying, no, we can do it. So we started the journey. They back out that no, they don't want to risk their name. Yeah. They don't want to risk their integrity and resources. So it's only me and her. We went back to office, start planning and strategize. That property today bet everything you could think of in MKH Properties today.
Wow.
That's single property today.
Talk about resilience.
Yeah, that property today we finally got government allocation of on that property.
Oh wow! I feel like saying, can we say hallelujah? Can I get a glory?
So it's actually wow. It's a long story. Yeah, we face a lot of challenges. In fact, there's so many things I couldn't be saying here, but I'll be so emotional about it, and I will give it to her anyway. Aww. Because I could remember. We went to Abuja because of this property when the issue arose, and just me and her were in Abuja for almost 1.5 weeks with just one cloth. I'm telling you.
It's one cloth?
Yes, one cloth.
The clothes we wore to Abuja because we were almost detained.
Yes, we were almost detained in Abuja. Wow. We were there for more than a week.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot.
A lot. It's a lot. So there's so many things I couldn't be saying here. We faced a lot. We slept inside the car on the road.
Wow.
For days. Me and her. Yes.
That's a lot.
Anytime I pass through that particular junction where we slept on the road.
It brings back memories.
Exactly. Yeah. So I no.
Now it's close to your house.
So
would have thought
that junction is actually close to our house. I see it every day that we slept under this tree.
Wow. But then look at us now, right? Yeah. I mean, MKH is celebrating 5 years today.
It's a whole lot.
It's a whole lot, yeah. But I think in my opinion, it's a good thing if people didn't disbelieve, if people doubted your tenacity. They doubted the ability to make this happen.
Okay, let me make this statement. Someone made this statement to me. He said, "You are just deceiving yourself."
Hell, Chimo.
And that day, I felt like, why am I doing the right thing? He said, "You are just deceiving yourself. You think you can venture into a real estate company with little or no amount of money." It's actually, that statement not really broke me, but actually had to be the strength I had in me before. That if not because of anything, because of you, I will do all what I could do to make sure that this company survive 100 years.
100 years. Yes. And then we are actually, I wouldn't say on a gradual pedestal to achieving that. The pedestal is actually moving very, very fast.
And also, what we have achieved in 5 years.
Yeah.
What we have achieved in 5 years. I know many companies that have spent 10, 15 years. They're not even close to us.
True.
They are not even close to 1/3 of what we have achieved within 5 years. If you check our record, nobody believes. If I tell people that MKH 5 years, they don't believe it.
They think that probably has been there for like 20, 30 years. Yeah.
I can't. 75% of our property is a direct sale from the government. Both Lagos State and Oyo State government, we buy property direct from the government, billions of naira in 5 years. So,
I just want to, when you said this, what comes to my mind, when they say someone is carrying shoulder. I mean,
Property we have that have not been sold, that have not even tasted, they often step into the market is more than the one that we have bought, we have sold.
Wow. It's actually very inspiring hearing these stories of how you started and everything. So was there a time where, I think MKH might have touched that a little, but now I want to ask you, was there a time you said to yourself, you know what, am I even sure this is going to work out? Did you ever find yourself in that phase where you thought, this is going to fail, it's not going to happen?
Okay, thank you. Working with MKH, I think before you can know who MKH as a person is, like Dr. MKH as a person, before you can know who he is exactly, you have to work closely with him. Although he has been saying, yes, I encouraged him. I said, okay, we can do it. But what he doesn't know is that I actually draw my strengths from him. Seeing him, anytime I think, will this thing work? I just see him saying, Tayo, let's go ahead. We are going to do it. And before you know it, I'm the one encouraging him back. When I think,
so it's a symbiotic kind of energy.
Sincerely, I'm telling you. So I just feel, there are sometimes we are human. Sometimes I feel down that I think I'm tired at this point. Is this thing actually working? He thinks I'm encouraging him, but I'm actually drawing my strengths from him, actually. So there are times it might just say something little and say, in the next 2 years, we are going to do this. And just saying that alone, even if I think, is this thing achievable? But I still believe in his words. Like, if he says, we are going to get here, we will actually get. We started our office at Shongotedo. And he said, one day we will move to VGC. One day we'll move to Lekki. And it's a gradual process. Now we are moving steadily. Even though he has said these things years back. I just believe in things he says, actually. If he says this, even though he is not forthcoming immediately, I just have that belief that let's keep working towards it. We'll get there.
And the reason I want to believe you believe what he says is because he's a talk and do person.
Yes.
Right? Right? You're a talk and do person.
I actually like to follow up with whatever I said. Also, I don't like people to divine me with my word.
Okay.
Now, if I tell you that this is going to happen in the afternoon, it's your reaction that will make me to make that impossible in the afternoon.
Okay.
That's why I am.
Amazing.
So I can actually make that thing happen in the evening instead of afternoon because of your reaction. Okay. So I don't allow people to divine me with my word. So when it comes to she understand me better, more better when it comes to doing things. So once I move close to her, say, Tayo, don't worry, we'll do this in 2 years.
Okay, so MKH, I'm going to ask you, it's been 5 years.
Yes.
Now we're celebrating 5 years, MKH at 5. Obviously, we make mistakes in life, and they say practice makes perfect.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, I know you've made a lot of mistakes. I don't know half of them, but I know you've made some mistakes. But now we want to highlight, we're not throw the spotlight on what was the most embarrassing mistake in real estate that you have made that almost cost you a lot?
Actually, in MKH, in real estate, like personally, there's some that I'm going to say something. But in MKH, because we started MKH with a well structure, put the directors in place, advisory in place. So we don't just make decisions on our own. Like, we want to do this. No, we don't just make decisions. Even to extend to Damilari, Debbie and Co, we don't just make decisions.
Yeah.
We come together, we think together.
Okay.
But before the journey of MKH started, I placed value of money over doing the right thing, and actually cost me a lot. In fact, it's one of the things that led us to Abuja and later attached to MKH at the long run. Now, and it's going to be a lesson for everybody. This transaction supposed to have concluded on Friday. But before you pay anybody when it comes to property, you need an information letter from Surveyor General to confirm to you that that property is genuine in a written format, signed by Surveyor General or Assistant Surveyor General. So you could use that against the government in the future in case of anything happen. So I spoke with someone in the land, and he confirmed to me that the property is good. It has CFO. That's go ahead. And I paid that money into the landowner account on Friday around 4:30, because if I pay that money, I sign that deed of assignment, the client is going to pay me my commission immediately, and I needed money for something on Saturday. But instead of me to wait, go to land on Monday, pick up the letter and see what is written inside, and make the decision either we go ahead to pay or not. So I paid that money on Friday.
4:30.
Yes, 4:30. In fact, it's almost 5 o'clock.
5.
And the client paid my own commission. So I sorted out my problem on Saturday, thinking everything
was fine.
So on Saturday, we bought some little material that I want to start doing something on the land. And on Monday morning, not even Monday, I think on Sunday, we just saw some set of people that came from Suntu, that the land belonged to so people. And they pack everybody on that land within 72 hours. And that's the beginning of my greatest problem in my life. It was hell. Like, I feel like drive to Tottenham Bridge and jump inside water. It was so embarrassing. And this is actually something that related to an existing senator.
Yeah.
So there's power. There's nothing, there's nobody I want to talk to. They say, hey, this is an assistant senator. He can call IT, he can call anything. He take me to Suntu, take us to Alagban. No police station that you can mention in this country that this man did not drag me to.
FCID.
And FCID, everywhere. And the moment we got there, once they check everything like that, this one is on your account, because the money entered my account immediately and I paid into that man's account. Yeah. They will see it clearly, but the thing is, no. The senator said he doesn't, anything more than you is not concerned by him. It is you that he paid to, it should return it.
Now you are no.
So instead of them to interrogate and investigate the matter down to where the money ended, no, they will stop at me that I'm the one that received the money, that has to pay the money back. Where do I see this money? And the man who's already gave us another contract. They were building a gas plant. He canceled all transactions with us. We should fund every down thing back to him. I thought it was a joke. It's a problem that I have to start selling every down thing we have in our office. So the day they came to pick me in my office, I thought it's just something very simple. It just came around that you're invited. So, but in the long run, as we're moving, the man probably studied said, I know you are innocent. We'll allow you to go back to your office. Just come and meet us in Abuja next week. And we went. So the man said, I know you will come. But if you go like this with us, with the tension in your body, you might faint. And I don't want you to die. You're still young. And that's what he told me. So I returned back to office. I discussed with her that there's a problem. She said, what happened? She said, the man has invited us to Abuja. We have no choice. We carry our bag. We thought we'd just go and come back.
Okay, this was the phase of the wearing
exactly.
one. Oh, it's really called for wearing. I understand.
We just took our phone and say, okay, let's board the flight, Abuja, and come
now
back.
I understand.
We got to Abuja and I don't even know what to say. I met with one DIG and was looking at me and said, young man, can you tell me the truth? Do you know these people? I said, I don't know them. They brought the property and I paid based on trust.
Yeah.
And I know I messed up. I shouldn't pay that money based on trust. He was just looking. Say, which one is this one beside you? I said, let us stand beside me so that we can keep breathing.
Yeah.
And the senator said, this young man must go to prison. He was saying it, I was there. He said, this young man must go to prison. And my lawyer went out with him and Tayo. I don't know what happened. I don't know the miracle that happened. The man just said, okay, no problem. But I must not leave Abuja until I paid him full. So I didn't even prepare that I was going to sleep. No.
Yeah.
Any money I have to pledge in.
Yeah.
So we now look for one of the cheapest hotel in Abuja. One of the cheapest hotels.
The way you laughed is like there's a story.
So do you know that this 1 week, the only thing we are eating is kilichi.
What?
Kilichi, that's the selling.
Our lawyer bought for us.
What's kili?
Kilichi is like this.
Suya. Kilishi.
Yeah, it's actually our lawyer that bought it for. That's we eat it in the morning with water. That's what was in the come
Thank
back
God
in
it's
the
peppery.
evening.
So
So you drink
it's
water.
spicy. You drink
So
water.
then I
yeah.
realized that when you're in problem, you don't need food.
I'm telling
You'll
you.
not even be hungry. And sometimes I was like, no, we have eaten and we're fine. So we keep encouraging each other.
Yeah.
Like, we make sure that money complete.
Wow.
They made 2 million naira and the officer now said, can I allow you guys to go to Lagos
Wow.
to go and sort out the remaining 2 million naira? So it's actually a lot.
It's a lot.
So embarrassing. Like, I cannot sleep. I cannot do anything. I cannot talk to my family. I was just there. We're about to start selling AC, and then God just bring that miracle. One of our staff, I explained to him that this is the situation we find ourselves, and said he was going to try to see if
What
we
he
have some
can
property
do,
to sell.
yeah.
So he said he's going to talk to any one of his friends that can buy property. And on that faith feed, I think on Thursday or Friday, Ty just called me that I found someone that will buy one of our property and is ready to pay 20 million money. I said, wait, are you serious? 20 what? And the man actually paid.
Wow.
That 20 million was like a
It's
billion
like
naira
a 20
then.
billion.
No, at that point, even if it's on
Oh my
naira,
God.
it's gonna be
and that
a
is
lot.
how this problem
was
solved.
resolved. Wow.
That's the only problem that I've never witnessed any problem. Even
Yeah.
when we had this with the government, with the property, coastal road.
Yes, it's
not-
nothing compared to this
Yeah.
one.
It's a general
mistake.
problem.
Yeah.
We are not the only
exactly.
problem. We have a
Yeah.
lot of companies that have issue with coastal road.
Yeah.
You understand? And we are seeing the progress in the news. Government is talking. We
Yeah.
have title. Even when we have a loan with the bank, we don't have any issue like. But this particular
This one. This one shook you.
this
was
more than
serious.
Second
It was a
World
lot.
War.
You know, so I would say, as a real estate company, you can't shy away from problem.
Of course.
So buying property, even if you've gotten it from the right, just like buying an allocation property, you still have the community to deal with.
Yeah.
They'll tell you this land belongs to this.
Yeah,
you still have to give us some
traditions, this and
different
that, a lot of
things. So as a
things,
real
yeah.
estate company, you don't shy away from problem. Problem will always come. It's just your ability to stand and say yes. Anything that comes, we will try. We will sort it out.
Yeah.
So that's how it should just be. So I wouldn't say there has been any problem that is quite embarrassing for us as a company.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that was why he explained his own
His own
personal,
yeah.
although it's related to the company
Yeah.
in a way, because that property that was the problem then was a blessing in disguise.
This guys.
So that property actually bets most of the things we do and we sell, or what we have at MKH Properties now. Because that property then that I bought, so we had to just own it and say, okay, this is our loss.
Yeah.
So we just have to say, okay, this is hers now. Because I think the person bought 2 properties then.
Just-
so one
yes.
had issues, one had, I
And he
think,
recovered
Moe
everything
had
back,
issue,
yeah.
and he said, give me my money, I don't want, even the other one that you bought
Yeah.
that doesn't have issue, I want it back. So it was the other one we now just said, okay, let's start selling this one, even though it's limited plots, let's just start selling this. Then we now discover that even this one, we need to go and do allocation sale on it. I'm just like,
One
but at the end
problem
of the
to
day,
Yeah.
there are things that we're able to sort.
Yeah.
As a company, we don't shy away from problem. When it
Problems,
comes,
yeah.
we've been able to. So it doesn't get to that embarrassing state. So we've been
Yes,
able
yes.
to
That's another
ensure
thing.
that.
She and drinking water.
Yeah.
Yes, of
I
course.
understand. Okay, so now you talked about definitely every brand, especially in real estate, is going to encounter certain
course,
problems.
of course.
So now, when you scroll through social media, TikTok, there's a lot of people who like to, I call it, ITS, I too savvy, right? So they're always giving unsolicited advice, like, oh, before you buy land, do this, don't do this, don't do. So now I want to ask, I'm really glad that I'm sitting with you guys, because you guys are like the professionals, you know the onions in this thing.
Yeah.
What is one lie that Nigerians believe when it comes to buying or owning land in Nigeria?
Okay, so I would say people think they can actually own something big or something at an hybrid location for a cheaper rate. I think that's the genesis of most people's problem. They'll think, okay, why are they selling Banana Island for 500 million or even billions of naira when I can buy something close?
Yeah.
Let's say there's one Aja or there's VGC at, let's say 10 million or 15 million, which is quite impossible. So you thinking, okay, I can have less for more, is the genesis of most investors' problem or property buyers' problem. So once you see that you are getting something more for a lesser price, that should be a cause of concern. It is not luck.
Why do you want
It
to
is
sell
not
it for
magic.
that price?
Why are you selling it for this price? That means there's a story behind it that the person is
When
not
it's
telling
too
you
good
yet.
to be real.
Yeah, too good to be
I'll
true.
give this analysis. You know, all this property, even within Eleko side, there are 30 million, 40 million naira. Pastor Shimolo says something like, if you buy property of 30 million within that, you're still going to pay more later. Let's be truthful to ourselves. And that's why our property along that axis, it was placed on hold. Like, I called her one day and an ID that I was serious selling this property 30 million. Now, the BOQ to finish this project is over 1.3 billion naira. Let's break it down into plot. That's 11 million per plot. And we're charging 4 million naira. Who's going to pay the remaining difference of 7 million? We're just looking at us and saying, no. Is that we don't know what we are doing or want to be playing the same game that people that play in the before and they lost their track?
Yeah.
We have to place that estate, the sales on hold. Like we need to get it right before we bring it to market. So because sometimes I look at people want to buy property of 30 million, 20 million, and you want road drainage and everything. It's not realistic. We are doing 2.2 kilometer road in MKH City in Ibadan.
Yeah.
And 2.2 kilometer road is over 1.2 billion naira interlock. Water, electricity, and everything is
Security.
It's another 1.something billion. Facility alone is all over 2 billion naira. Now divided into how many plots of land do we have there? So it's not cheap. So sometimes when you are buying things that is very, very affordable, in the location whereby the title is not, it's not cheap, like Lagos, then that's the fundamental, that's the primary of you running into a problem. Because at the end of the day, developer will come back to you and say you should pay more. A friend of mine wants to buy a property from me. He's a friend of mine. And I told him that I can't sell this property less than 100 million. He said, no, someone wants to sell one to him at Abradi at the rate of 65 million. This same property, go ahead and buy it. You know that this developer I even know developer, he cannot finish that project. He went back and collected 35 million naira from the old subscriber. And he said, if you cannot pay the 35 million naira, I'll give you your money complete. After 2 years, the value of the money gone. You just have to pay. Some pay, some collected their money, and he sold it 180 million. I called him and said, I told you then that it's not possible. I know what I'm doing. How much is land? Land alone, one plot is almost 85 million. Are you telling me that they used 30 million to build this house? It's not possible. Let's be realistic to ourselves. We have 4-bedroom duplex in MKC in Ibadan for 200 million. Someone was telling me that it's expensive. Don't worry. If you see a land, I'll give you money to build for me at 800 million you're talking about. So let me see the rubbish you're going to build. We see so many houses being built and the prices are very, very, it's good. It's fine, no problem. Are you getting it now? Go ahead and do it or buy it. Everybody knows MKH for one thing. We don't sell every product. And every customer is not our customer.
True.
We can't sell to everybody. I understand that early, that there's a prices for every product in the market and there's a market for every product. So if you are selling at 10 naira, there are people that will buy it. And if you are selling at 2 naira, there are people that will still buy it. One thing you need to know that you cannot use your price to satisfy your customer. If you like sell 1,000, some of them say like you are ripping them.
Yeah.
They will still want to price you down.
Yeah,
So if you like sell 1 billion, they will still price you down. So let your price what the amount, what you are selling, what the price people are paying. That's me. And so that's why in MKH, our prices are always different from every other real estate company. We are selling a land of 40 million in Ibadan today. And we are selling. We might not be selling as 2010 million.
Yeah.
It's okay by us. We are selling something that will give us rest of mind.
Yeah.
And that's our peace of mind.
That's it, on period.
Yes.
So in summary, to wrap up everything that you've said, when you go to, excuse me, when you go to the market and you hear, I wolf their own belly. I just had to chip that in.
Yeah.
So
actually, I wolf their own belly,
right?
sometimes.
So
because nobody gives
any the belly.
nothing go for free.
It.
Exactly.
You can't get something
I read one book in London Business School, and he said nothing goes for free. Nobody give you anything for free in this world. It's either they're expecting something back or you have done something before. So if anybody give you 10 naira, it's either you are a good person to him, you have done something before, or you're expecting something in return.
Yeah.
It's only God that gives something for free.
For free.
So no product you are buying at 10 naira, you are getting the value. What you are buying is actually worth 10 naira. And you are buying at 1 million, what you are buying is actually 1 million naira. Are you getting that? So that's it.
So you've heard from the experts.
And I also want to add that if you are buying a property worth 100 million at 10 million, you say that 90 million naira, you pay it back with trouble.
Yes,
you will go through that trouble.
Yes.
So when it's too cheap, you look into it very well.
Yeah. So do your research, ask all the questions you need to
Talk to
ask, and then talk to
Yeah, talk to
professionals.
professionals.
And don't just rush into discount. A lot of people like discount, and that discount is a problem. It's a problem. Wow. I'll give you another scenario.
Okay.
Someone to buy a property of it's just 25 million. The man said, "Don't, I'll give you 15 million." When they are locating it, they now take him to the last plot, which is irregular shape. You cannot even build 5 bedroom on that land. It's regular shape. You bought your own 15 million. Everybody bought their own 25 million.
So what were you expecting?
What are they expecting? The developer knows that he's taking it to a regular shape. Eventually, he only built 3 bedroom bungalow on the land.
The kitchen now be like full stop.
So sometimes when you are buying it very cheap, the developer is not stupid.
There's something waiting for you.
There's
at the
something
end.
you're going to lose at the end of the
Wow.
day. So that's it.
Okay, that was very insightful, right? So now I want to ask, in Nigeria, I'm going to be very specific with Nigeria because, I mean, that's where we are, So when people, I'm going to direct this one to you. When people say, I've lost a lot of money in real estate, if you're to analyze that statement, analyze a person's situation, what do you think you can pinpoint as the mistake that person made if they say they lost money in real estate?
Well, I don't like to speak into that angle because we're in a unstructured environment.
It's dynamic.
It's a very dynamic, and it's unfortunate that the problem is actually not from investors alone. Our government is actually part of it.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. Okay, see the Coastal Road. Even if the Coastal Road is going to change from where it was before to name one, it shouldn't be something now. It should be part like 10, 20 years ago, which means we don't have a long period planning for our development in our country. So, and we are one of the developers that cried for Coastal Road when it affected 4 our property. 4 our property run into billions of naira. I'm telling you, we're still in that mess right now. One of our property in Abidjan, we lost close to 100 plots. Another one, the wedding place, that one close to 100 plots. And the another 2 properties that 13 hectares we bought, we have not even bring to market. We just secured that property 3 years ago. We spent like almost 3.something billion to secure that property. It's still there. We have not even touched it, not even single clearing. And now what we have in that property today, I don't even think it's up to 120 plots or that about. Wow. Although we are still talking to the government because they sold it to us. And they said everything will be fine at the end of the day. Fine is good. So most time, imagine this property, it is already being sold to the client.
Yeah.
What will be, a lot of people will be after us now. Even the one that little, you know how many times, in fact, she has gone to court to go and witness more than 50 times in her life. In fact, almost everybody knows her in Alagban. So everybody,
I think I'm not a lawyer, Seth. I've had so many. Are you a lawyer? Are you a lawyer?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everything will calm down. Like, this is not our problem.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I won't blame individual 100%, and I will not blame government 100%. However, what I learned is government doesn't demand unnecessary property. I'm a developer, just like what happened in the past. Government don't just demand it. No, because of the area courts. And I got to know that truly government communicates, but maybe their communication is not well tailored very well because government communicates fair paper. How many people buying paper today?
Sure.
The estate where we have the area courts actually in between 2 estates. One has been revoked, the other one is still there. And I won't fall into the one that they revoke. And that was why we paused construction, that people are thinking that it take a long time before we deliver the area and court. We stop off for like 8 months when we realize that government will come back one day to demonize that estate. So instead of all keep spending, keep adding more to our problem, we have to go back to the government. We run to the government. Like, we have to portray. I enter more than 10 offices. Please, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? Eventually, they accepted our application to ratify that property. We paid 55 million again. Then they ratify it back to us. How many people are going back to the government to go and ratify their property when they realize there's a problem? So many people say, I know, see the estate now. They can't demolish this estate. 1,000 people are living here. The government is less concerned about the government. They can come and demolish 5 million houses. But we saw the problem coming. We ran to the government. We don't care about 150 million paid to the man that sold the land to us. We didn't care. We went back to the government, and government saw the receipt of the money we paid. They ratified it back to us and gave us the land back. It now have CFO, from consent to CFO. So we have so many problems like that. That is for the individual. Also, when you're buying property, no matter how close the person is, I want to believe that you should have a lawyer and surveyor. It's not about getting the document and give to a lawyer for search. So if you also go to site and pick coordinate and know the 4 cardinal points of the land you are buying, to know the boundary and the setback, then take it to Survey General. In 2 weeks, a letter will come out that will be signed by a representative of government that go ahead or don't go ahead. And they will tell the reason why you should go ahead or not. That one alone, you can use it to against government in court or anywhere. But we don't do that. How many people used to have that document before buying property? How many in Nigeria? We believe in our lawyer. I know a lot of lawyers that will just be on their phone. Be calling someone, help me to check. Is it okay? It's okay. And Oga, go and pay.
Yeah.
I know so many lawyers don't even go to Alaska. I'm not talking of surveyor. Ask your lawyer, give me a report on your letterhead. Me, and my lawyer will go to Alaska. I will see the receipt that he paid to the government account to run that search. I will have the government receipt, his own report on his letterhead, stamped by him. Then my surveyor too will give me his own report on his letterhead, signed and sealed by him, making 2 before I go ahead to buy any property in Nigeria, especially Lagos. And if it is bad, if my lawyer said don't go, I will never buy that property. I will never buy it. On buying property, I will see my lawyer as like a god. They control me and the surveyor. Once two of them say go ahead with proof, I'll buy it. Once they tell me, MK, don't go ahead. No matter how good you are to me, I won't buy it because of what I've had in the past. Yes. So individuals should try as much as they can. They should make sure that they are having evidence in buying property.
Do your proper research.
Not just go ahead and buy property at the end of the day. So government have their own. They are putting things in order anyway. Individuals should also put things in order. So the statement is not really balanced because the fault is being shared between individuals and the government. So
I would also like to add that we shouldn't overemphasize the need of getting a qualified realtor.
Okay.
A qualified realtor.
Exactly.
So you can't just go into the property market without knowing about the market. You don't just enter, okay, I want to be an investor, I want to invest in real estate because they say real estate is a new gold.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go into real estate, I want to invest my money. You will cry, you will come back and you will cry.
And
so apart from, so aside the fact that you need to get a lawyer, a good surveyor, you also need a qualified realtor. They are like your representative. They actually know what is right and what is wrong. They can advise. And one thing people don't take note of is that most real estate companies, they have this consultancy parts that clients are not actually exploring. You can actually walk up to our office, MKH Properties, and seek for consultation.
It's free.
It's free.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah,
it's free.
You can come advise you. It might not even be our property.
Property is beyond just saying, I have the money, let me pay.
No,
you go for consult first. Okay, this is my money, and this is what I'm expecting in few years.
Seek
some
for
people,
advice.
they even want a place
you.
where they can live in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And some people, they just want the money to be there for 20, 30 years. Don't worry, I'll come back and recoup my money. Not even... So, all these things varies. You can't tell me you want a property that in the next 2 or 3 years you are going to build and you want to stay there. And I'm taking you to a bush. Or I'm telling you this thing will appreciate in how many years? So you understand? So you need to consult. You need to seek clarification. So is it that you go to a real estate company involve their consultancy arm of the business.
Yeah.
Speak with them. It might not even be just like MKH Properties, it might not even be any of our property.
Yeah.
So just walk up to, okay, this is what I want. Then we'll give you something tailored to your need. Not, okay, I just want to buy anything. You don't just buy anything in real estate. And also realtors, involve them. Involve realtors.
Good realtors. Realtor is actually part of
qualified
decision.
realtors.
Qualified realtors.
Yes, because actually, truly, what he said, they know what is going on.
Yeah.
Realtors know what is happening in that property. They know. If you talk to them, they will give you, they will advise you. Realtor will tell you that, sir, this is actually what is going on. I've witnessed so many scenarios like that.
Yeah.
Something happened here very close to where we are right now. I won't mention name. That property has been built for over 50 years. More than 6 estates are building. They build like 11-story building, 15-story building right now. And do you know that property belongs to one company? And they bought it. They have consent on itself. When that company just came with a court order, everybody's running up and down. I'm talking about property worth 15 billion naira. As we speak, it happened to 3 of my friends. So when the company now brought out their layout, we realized that all the properties truly belong to them. They brought the agreement they signed with the family almost 50 years ago.
Wow.
Like it's from Lekki Expressway down. I won't mention the location. Like when I saw it, I was shaking the year. You know how many houses on that land?
A lot of money that's
So,
been poured in.
The only person that can give you the true picture of that thing is a realtor.
A realtor.
Lawyer will not even know because the consent, if you go to the outside, all of them have governor consent. Yes, they have it. And how come, how all this property have a consent? Nobody can explain. So if they give you governor consent, you go to the outside, they confirm it for you, you go and buy it. But trust me, realtor will have little information
And
about
there's a
it.
background information that's not made available to everyone.
At the end of the day, they now tell them to come and buy the land back. And how much? 500 million per plot.
Wow.
So it's just unfortunate, the kind of
it's
environment.
dynamic when
very, very
people-
dynamic.
yeah,
so
so-
just involve a good lawyer, a good surveyor, and a good realtor.
Qualified realtor.
With these 3 people, I think you will get it right.
Yeah.
You get it right.
Okay, so you've heard it from the best. So now I'm going to move over to you.
Okay.
You know, it's always a thing of pride to say, I'm a co-founder, you know? I'm sure if I were a co-founder of MKH, boy, oh boy, y'all ain't going to hear the last of it. But now I want to ask you, the part that people don't actually see. Being a co-founder is one thing. It's something to be proud of, right? But can you tell us, are there any pressures in court that you've ever found yourself under because you were a co-founder of MKH Properties?
You see my reaction to the question? So I was about saying yes, you should have a shoulder pad because you're a co-founder of a real estate company, of MKH Properties to be precise.
Yeah.
But what you don't know is it comes with a lot of pressure. Especially working with a CEO that I won't say
It's restless. Say because you just say
No.
I'm restless.
Okay,
and I accept.
aside that, he's not always available. Especially dealing with clients and realtors. People think, okay, it's MKH. It's MKH I must speak with. It's MKH I must do this way. I know. And the truth is, at the end of the day, what they need to understand is still coming back. It's coming back. MKH is not ready. He has other things that he needs to sort out for the company.
Yeah.
He can't be the one seated and attending to everybody's problem, right? So the fact that he's there, and I have to attend to so many things, both office, internal customers, external customers, realtors, and all. There's pressure, especially being a lady. Wow. wow.
Yeah. I
It's
understand.
a whole lot of
I feel you.
it's a whole lot of pressure.
Yeah.
But I've been able to build my strength around all the experiences I've gathered over time. I've been able to build that resilience, that strength I need to continue moving, to continue pushing the brand.
Yeah.
And the truth is, we are just getting started.
Oh, can you say that with a little side? Like,
We are
let's
just
look at the
getting
camera, like, we're
started.
just getting started. You guys don't know. You don't know what's cooking.
So we are actually just getting started.
yeah.
I once said, like, when I have interaction with clients or realtor, one thing I usually say, and most realtor can attest to this, is that the brand we are building, MKH Properties, is not a brand that will just... Okay, when I nail into this real estate industry, there are some companies I know then that they are nowhere to be found again now. So I tell them that MKH is not a company we are building just for the moment. It's a company that would stand even
test of time.
when we are not here again. So I can't be in the system for long. At least we are human. We have limited time at the end of the day.
Yeah.
MKH himself to can't be in this. So we are building a structure. We are building a system that would actually outlive us.
Building a legacy.
We are building a legacy that would actually outlive us. Not, okay, because these people are not there again. That's not the kind of company we are building. So I'm always saying that, okay, if you have anything that has to do with maybe any of our product, one thing you should know is that we are not going anywhere. We are here
To stay.
we are actually here to stay. And just like I said, that so many, when I started, that they are not here again. I once said it that if we are able to clock 5 years, see, we've passed that stage where, okay, we want to close up and say we are leaving. We are not going anywhere. We are here.
I love that confidence.
We are here
I love
already.
it. I love
It's
it.
too late to be fair.
It's too late
to fail. Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And also another thing is being a co-founder anyway. Like my fight buddy. We fighting.
I was actually just coming to that, right? But now we want to know, like, obviously there are disagreements.
It's not sweet like this.
It's not sweet like
It's
this.
not sweet the way
So
we are saying
There are
it.
so I'm gonna ask
actually.
what is one of the biggest disagreements you both have had, and how did you resolve it? Who wants to?
Okay, do you want to go first?
Ladies first.
Well, I'm trying to, because it's a whole lot. I'm finding it difficult to actually pinpoint
Are
one.
you serious?
We can fight 3 or 4 times a day.
Even we fought
I
as you're
think
coming here.
I think there was a time I was trying to talk to someone that I think I'm tired. This person does not listen. I think I need someone to talk to this person. And the person, don't worry, you are just feeling this way because the disagreement is still fresh. Don't worry, you will come back to terms and you will still fight again. And I was just like, you're supposed to help my situation. Just lift my mood. Not tell me, don't worry, you will soon settle because you still fight another one again. I was just like, so it's actually a lot. One thing about myself and MKH is we disagree a lot. I think most of our staff members or those, that's how we just see that, okay, these people are really close. They work well. The synergy is good. And the truth is that we fight a lot. Fight that you rethink that, what am I actually doing?
Sometimes we don't greet each other in the office, but we will not allow anybody to know that.
Wow.
We will not allow anybody to know
So
that.
do you understand? So it's actually a whole lot. It's a whole lot. But one thing we've been able to do is that even when we have disagreements, we usually try as much as possible to find the middle ground.
So you, in other terms, you disagree to
agree, exactly.
And it's just for
So
the betterment
even
of the
if-
company,
yes,
not individual.
Exactly. Yeah.
So my opinion might be different, his opinion might be different, but we come to a consensus. Okay, if you think this is how we should do, okay, I agree. Let's do it this way. And we don't agree with the feeling that if things go wrong, it's your decision.
Yeah.
We come to terms that, okay, we are doing this together. It's
We're gonna
our
take
decision.
So I think that's
So we are
actually
both
what is
taking
helping us.
accountability.
Yeah.
That's actually what is happening. And also, we don't hide anything.
Okay.
Nothing. Everything must be transparent.
Transparent.
That when we have additional director recently, and we're having a conversation, saying, no, Tara said, everything must be open to that person too. The people that we're working with, that like more like staff and partners, they are also a credible people.
Yeah.
Like Damilare, Debbie, and Co. Are you getting it now? These are people that actually we have the same vision and the same energy.
Yeah.
We do fight a lot, all of us. Especially Tayo is 90%, Damilare maybe 60%, Debbie maybe 20%.
Oh, you've even shared.
Oh my God.
percentage.
And I love it that way.
Okay.
I love it when people that I'm working with are challenging me. I make one decision recently. Do you know that I have to fast for 3 days? That God, nobody supported me on this decision. I don't want to make this mistake. I had 3 days fasting and prayer. God, I've never discussed with anybody. This is the first time I'm saying it in public.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. 3 days fasting and prayer. God, if this is the right decision
To
please, let it be fresh in my head. But if it is the wrong decision, let it be just like it has never occurred to me. Like, I persuaded Tayo. I called Tayo back. Tayo said, no. MK, no. I called Damilare. I know that if I try to...
Yeah.
One thing is, if I can buy Tayo,
Yeah.
I'll buy Damilare. Do you understand? Or if I can buy Damilare, I'll buy Debbie.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll go through Debbie But Debbie is a very dynamic person. You can't say this is Debbie.
Yeah, you can't
Okay.
predict.
Debbie will be trying to revamp me back to Tayo. Is Tayo agree? So I said, let me go through Tayo. I had a conversation with Tayo. She has already agreed though.
Yeah.
I don't know what changed her mind.
I had to rethink.
She just called me and said, no, MK, we are not doing it. We are not doing it. And you know, damn lady just called me that, MK, I want to see you. I was scared. What did this guy want to see me for? I just came back from London. I need to rest. He came to my house late in the night. And he talked. I said, MK, we are not going to do it. This is not the right time for us to do this. I went to bed like, hey, God is telling me that if we do this thing, you collapse. I did not go to office for 1 week. I was scared to face them. And I want to do it. So, and I called 3 people that I know they are very good in strategy, thinking, business development. And 3 of them gave me a very good reason to go ahead. So, but my people did not agree.
So now you found yourself in a dilemma.
So I don't know what to do. So I said, okay, let me fast. So I decided to fast for 3 days. And thank God I wasn't in your country. I fasted for 3 days and I prayed. I said, anything you tell me in my dream, I'm going to do it. So I had a dream that the person I want to do that investment with actually came to my house and said, oh, congratulations, we finally made it. That is the result. That's the dream I had. And I said, no, we are going to do it. If I can have this dream, that this person came to my house and congratulated me, we're going to do it. And a week after, as I seen this sign of, we actually made the best decision of our life. And one thing is, if one of us fail, it's all of us that fail.
Yeah.
If one of us wins, all of us that win. I went back to them and said, guys, this is what is going on. They all came back, supported me, and then we move forward. It's not like, because I'm the one that...
And it was a success at the end of the day.
Of course. So it's actually, I was scared as well.
Yeah,
I was
I understand.
scared. If I nearly call my enemy that, please come and advise me. I'm sure also, I was very, very scared. Like, this is huge amount of money.
Yeah.
Like, almost all our savings.
Wow.
Like, it's not almost everything. Wow. Imagine putting all your savings for years in one place.
But I think that's the beauty of having the right people around
Exactly.
you. And that's one thing I can actually say about MKH.
Yeah.
The staff, right from when you get into the reception, the first person you meet there, the receptionist, all members of staff, there's just this warmth you feel, right? When you're talking about your staff and how good they are.
That's my family. I love all of them.
Yeah, you can feel like the closeness. There's like there's a family orientation there.
No, there's nobody that can be eating and I'll look at it and like, oh, I can't eat. I can eat with every one of them. They're my family. I treat them like my blood. My staffs are my family. I love them. Like, I love them outside my God. Yeah. My parents and my immediate family, they are next. All of them. From the security, because they're not just working because of their salary.
Yeah.
No. And I do tell them that as far as we are working together, we are going to celebrate together. We are going to win together. Because all these things you are saying here, it is not me alone. No.
Yeah.
I'm a restless person. I will say that. I don't see that in one place.
Yeah.
So once I have the problem, I push it to her. And I will say, handle it with your team. And she will not come back to me with challenge. No excuse, no, she won't do that. That's one thing I pray to God Almighty to give her more strength and wisdom. Because she has never come back to me with excuse. She will always find a way to solve the problem. Even if the client are calling me, no, don't call MK, I will solve it. She will even try to block some problem because what I have in this small head is bigger than me, bigger than my age. That's the truth.
Have you someone like
of course
by your side?
Yes.
So and every of my partners, even my banks, everybody don't know Tayo. Tayo. Because he's more popular than him. You know where's Tayo? Everybody, because everybody sees her nails up and down. I was in a meeting yesterday and one of my partners said, where's Tayo? And I said, you'll meet Tayo very soon. Because they see us in everywhere, getting it now. So, and we work together as a family, as a team.
Yeah.
As a team.
And that's very important.
Let me just say we complement each other.
Yeah.
Everybody.
At the end of the day, I
shout out to everybody in MK.
Yes, so
everybody, shout out to everybody.
Members of MKH Properties.
Everybody, shout out to all of you. You guys are amazing and you're God sent and angel into the business. But without them, there's nothing called MK.
Very true, very true. Okay, so now this has been so fun. We're about to draw the curtains, but then I want to ask, right, because you've said a lot. In one word, how would you describe the journey so far? MKH is 5 years today, and we are celebrating productivity, wins, some losses, But then, in one word, how would you describe the journey so far?
Okay, because you said one word,
Yeah.
I would just say it's been amazing.
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 One word.
To me, I would say it's an experience.
An
packed with
experience.
a lot of wisdom.
Wow. It's been an experience. Okay. So now this is 5 years. Let's take a little let's just imagine we have a time machine. We're about to go into the future, right?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we are 10 years later. What is MKH Properties looking like in 10 years?
You can't even imagine it. That's the truth. You can't imagine it. And even the next 5 years, you can't imagine it.
Wow.
What we have sold to public is like 1/3 of what we have in total of our assets. I'm talking about not just assets. I'm talking about luxury assets, liquid assets, assets with quality title in a good location, both Lagos and Ibadan. I'm telling you, as a company, we don't play small game right now. We play a big game for future, and that's a risk we are taking. We are
Yeah.
still young. I
Yeah.
do tell her we're young.
Yeah.
So let's take all the risk we can take right now. You can't even imagine our 10 years. You can't imagine it.
I mean,
Maybe
5
talking
years
about-
is this
Maybe we're looking at
beautiful,
one of
yeah.
the best real estate company in Africa. And that's the truth.
clock
And,
it.
and also, anywhere you see our estate,
Yeah.
our property, there will be a signature that comes with it.
There's a standard.
Like, no, this is MKH Properties.
Yeah.
And that's where we are going. The brand we are building is not just a real estate. We are just building a sustainable company practicing real estate. That's all.
Very beautiful. So, Ty, I'm going to ask you the same question 10 years from now.
Okay, so I would say if this is 5 years, I see this is our 5th year as, I want to use just one word, accelerate. So if we've spent our 4 years strategizing, putting things in place, now it's time to actually accelerate. I think I was speaking to 1 or 2 realtors during the course of this year, and I was like, what we are bringing out for you people, you are actually not ready for it. I just needed to brief 1 or 2 realtors that, okay, this is coming, we are doing this, for you to prepare your mind and prepare the minds of your clients.
Your client, yeah.
Because at MKH, from this moment, we are moving like rockets. We are moving, that's why I said I'll use the word accelerate.
Yeah.
So we are moving like rockets. Now is the time. We've put all the works in place. Like
Nice,
MKH
yeah.
said that we have asset base already. What we are selling is just 1/3 of what we have in stock, what we have like as our asset at MKH. So bit by bit, little by little, we are launching all these things out. So definitely in 10 years, what do we want to talk about? Is MKH City? And estates where the elites in Ibadan will be living already.
Is it phase 1 or phase 2?
Phase 1 or phase 2? Are we talking about the legacy? Darian Court, don't deal. All our projects, plus the new ones we'll be
Yeah,
bringing
they're
in.
coming up, yeah.
Darian Court has phase 2. We have shops that we are also building. MK Shopping Mall, another one we're about to launch at the Lagos Island Market. We have juicy offers.
A lot of projects.
So
cooking.
if this is 5 years, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And this is just, I'll say the 4 years we were using, the 5 years,
Yeah.
we're using it to just plan, putting
Set the foundation.
things in place
Yeah.
while at the same time we are making money.
Yeah.
But now it's time to actually move further. We are taking it a step further. So
Step
now
further.
imagine how the 10 years will be. So
Trying to
you are
imagine
actually
it.
not ready for what is coming. But I assure
Exactly.
you, the next 10 years
We have
is
a
going
lot
to
to
be
do.
And we're going to do a lot. And we're ready for it.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that. You are ready.
Of course, we're ready for
It's
it.
one thing to envision it and talk
No, we're
about it.
ready
It's
for
another
it.
thing to be ready.
Don't worry, we're ready. We have the idea already. I have the best team in the world. Yeah, so, and they are not old, the analog brain. They are digital brain, Gen Z brain. When you come to my office, you see the energy now. The energy
I've
there.
experienced it firsthand.
So we are ready for it.
Beautiful.
Of course.
Very beautiful.
We're going to enjoy life at the same time we're going to do the right thing. Even if it's going to cost everything, we're going to do the right thing. Because that name must be written in gold.
Remember, we're building a legacy,
Of
right?
course.
Exactly.
So now I know we've spoken a lot. I mean, we've spoken in details from A, and now we're heading to Z. But I just want to ask, very briefly, right? Maybe in a sentence, what sort of real estate brand has MKH refused to be?
So I think I've mentioned it in one of my statements.
Yeah.
So one thing you won't classify MKH under is a real estate company that is just for the moment. So we are building a legacy. We are building that company that is going to outlive us and that is going to stand the test of time.
Yeah.
So I'm assuring everyone that even if you have one or two concerns about any of our properties, the truth remains that we are not going anywhere. We are staying and we are resolving any concerns that you might have. Like MKH said, most of our properties are bought from the government.
Yeah.
So we don't want a situation whereby, okay, we are running helter-skelter because of one family did this and another family. We have one of our estates that we've allocated. We had issues with the family.
Yeah.
Even though we've allocated, we have to purchase another place to move these people there.
Wow.
So you know that we did not just say, at least we've allocated, just lock
Yeah,
the gate up.
yeah.
When they now want to build, they'll now be
We
facing
bought
problem with the
another
family.
land.
So we know that while we are
Same lot.
rectifying this issue, let's get another place. Even though the cost is on us, we are going to do that for our clients.
More expensive than the one
More
we bought
expensive,
before.
exactly.
Wow.
Like it's a whole lot.
So that is just a test
It's a
that
whole lot.
we are not shying away from anything.
Problem.
We won't need to
Any
arrest. It's
issues.
our responsibility.
It's our
Yes, to
And,
ensure your
we
clients
have,
are
of course, we have
satisfied.
to later, I just said, let's just look for the property. And I said, no, that's the best. We bought another land. We allocated over 1,200 clients. Wow. So the remaining one, when we sort out with the family, we keep it as part of our assets.
Yeah.
Now, this
So
is
that
not
falls back to
something
our
many
asset
real
base.
estate brands
No,
can
a
actually
lot
brag
will not
about,
do it.
right?
A lot they will not do it. We did it. It took us 2 years to solve the problem.
Exactly.
But it
2
was resolved.
years, of course. She's the one that even fronted. I have to stay back. She went as far as Oyo to go and solve the problem.
Wow.
She bought another property. She brought her team there, clearing, like in a week, she spent like almost 200 million just to make sure that she solved that problem. So, and myself and my team, like I said, I do tell people, we are a team that know what we are doing. You know, it's another thing that you don't know what you're doing. We know what we are doing. So we don't just like, maybe they are gambling. We don't gamble. No. Anything we are doing, we're intentional about it. We are intentional about it.
Wow.
Mistake might come.
Yeah,
We won't allow it to hold up, but
definitely.
we leave it behind
Yeah,
and
and
go
we move
forward.
forward.
Until we get to that destination, we'll not bounce back.
Yeah.
In MKH, we are intentional about everything we are doing.
doing.
We are doing it on a purpose. Because we know where we are going. That's something about us. Because we are using digital brain now. We are not analog.
We're not
We are
using
still
analog
young. We're
brain.
using our brain, fresh
So we
blood.
actually know what
Yeah.
we want.
We know
and
what we
actually
want. We
know
know
what
our
we
own. We know our direction. Do you
Very
understand?
beautiful.
So that's actually
Very
it.
beautiful. Wow. So sad that we're about to draw the curtains, but of course, I do have one last question.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to direct that question to Dr. Mibi.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay, so very briefly, what decision do you think people will thank MKH Properties for in the next 20 years?
Now, it's not going to be individual, even
Okay.
the government, because
That's big.
we are also helping the Nigerian economy. We
Yeah.
are adding value to the country. So there's so many things we are doing. So it's not individual that will look back and say, "Oh, MKH, thank you."
Thank you, yeah.
Even the country is going to. There's something I posted something one time, 2013 on Facebook that I'm going to work diligently, smartly, to get to a level whereby CNN will come to my house and interview me that how did you make it? And now I reposted it again that the brand we are building is to get to a level whereby everybody will be finding it difficult to believe that, wow, how come you guys have done so much? So we are not just building brand or doing business for the sake of our pockets.
Yeah.
No, we are building something that is going to have a narrative with the country we are. It's going to have a narrative to the continent we are, and it's going to boost the country, the image, and even the people that are working there. It's to get to a level where people will be fighting to work in our company. Because once you have MKH in your CV, it's going to be a win to you. So, and that's our target. That once you have MKH in your CV that you work in MKH, nowhere you go, they will employ you.
Wow, beautiful.
So that is.
So it's not just something individuals are going to benefit from,
no,
the
it's-
government, the
of
continent
course.
at large.
Of course.
Very
Of
beautiful.
course.
So can I just add one or two?
Definitely.
So I would also say for our clients, existing clients and the ones that will still purchase from us, the truth
Yeah.
is any of our property you buy or you've gotten before now, in the next 20 years, you will appreciate the fact that you actually got any of our property.
Absolutely.
MKH City, MKH Shopping Mall, the Legacy, every of our project, Darien Court, phase 1, 2, the shops and all, any of our property, in the next 20 years, you would say, yes, I've actually made a good decision for myself getting this property.
Wow, 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 wow. I mean, it's been a lot. I mean, we've learned. I've definitely laughed, I've heard a lot of things, but thank you so much for being here with me and for sharing your wealth of wisdom.
Thank you very much as well.
Thank you so much for being transparent and not hiding the fact that you wore one clothes for 1 week. That's the part I'll never forget, it's just something you can imagine. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been very interesting. It's MKH at 5 productive years, and I'm sure you've learned a lot, and a lot of information was shared here that I'm sure you never knew about. And we can go on and on. When you see them in their suits, they're looking good, and when you hear MKH Properties, when you see the massive things that we're going to be achieving, I want you to remember this podcast. I want you to remember the stories that you heard here today. These co-founders have gone through a lot. They've made their fair share of mistakes. They've learned, unlearned, and they are still learning. Regardless, this is 5 years. 10 years from now, you're going to remember you heard this right here. Thank you so much for being with me. See you next time. Bye.
Yeah.